gentlemen, welcome to
Boys and girls.
a special stream hosted by Fred. Because if I was hosting this stream, it would end up disappearing from the internet because
It'd
I'm an
be
idiot.
deleted. All right. All right.
uh,
Is this,
so we're doing Halo CE, Combat Evolved,
yep.
classic game. Uh,
Have you done any of the unlocks on this like shit?
I might have a while back.
Like, cause I know like with like they've actually made it easier to like unlock shit for Reach. And I know they've unlocked like let you unlock skins for like Halo 2 and stuff too. It's very bizarre. Uh,
Yeah, they really, as good of a collection as this has become, they've kind of mismanaged the unlockable portion. It's like you said, I
They've
think in a
made
previous
it a
stream.
lot more intuitive, though. I've actually been like focusing on actually like getting stuff unlocked.
Oh, yeah, I see they kind of changed
Yeah, so now
the
it's a lot
layout.
easier to. I actually have like my set of armor from when I first like played Reach.
Yeah.
All right,
All right.
let's do the normal
Excellent.
campaign playlist.
But in case you
Unless
folks
you want to
did
play on
not,
hardened.
I'm good. I like normal or veteran. Let's just avoid
Let's not do
legendary.
legendary.
Yeah. I think we can do heroic.
All right, let's do heroic. Fuck it. We're badasses.
But
Enable
just to give
campaign
everybody
customization.
a 30-second summary, I inadvertently, accidentally, like a retard, deleted all of my fucking 20 streams I did. And I went through the 5 stages of grief. The only thing I'm really pissed about, Fred, is that the Persona one, because I'm not going to replay 10 hours of Persona, like a 5-minute, like, intro on the next stream, just kind of giving, like, the major plot beats.
Yeah.
And it's not like a lot happened in the story yet. It's still in the intro, really. You know?
Okay. All right. Sorry, the audio was crispy for some reason, so I had to unplug my mic. Campaign does not currently support crossplay between Xbox and PC for this title. How fuck you?
You're kidding!
Crossplay is fully available for Firefight Forge and multiplayer modes. Oh, you fucking what? But you can't play the campaign?
For all of them?
Let's try Halo 2.
That's fucking gay.
Bring game session with me, yes. Halo 2 anniversary. Playlists.
I'll get my I'll get my Xbox turned on while we talk for a minute, in case I have to jump on there, which isn't that big of a deal. But actually, the one thing I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to hook that up to my capture card, my
Oh,
Xbox,
this is
because I've
total
become.
fucking butt sex. Yeah, we can't play the fucking campaign on
That's so
PC
fucking
crossplay.
stupid. What a bunch of. Hey, and
Ah!
this is the company that was probably going to stop making consoles that can't do crossplay, right?
That's just fucking.
Yeah, I think you were right though when you said in your Deadly Premonition stream that they probably were planning it, but they seen how fucking much outcry they got, and they realized, oh wait, if we do this, we might go bankrupt.
Oh god, these people actually might stop buying our like might just completely stop buying our games.
Which, by the way, is like that goes to show you how much people loved Xbox back in the day, because that's not recent brand loyalty. That's people that had like the original Xbox or 360 that have stuck around even with all the bullshit they've pulled.
Yeah.
But frankly, people are not going to take much more of this nonsense. People are going to stop buying fucking shit, and we're going to have a crash, which we kind of need in some ways. I
Well,
think
it's
it's
like,
kind of.
oh god, like the best way I've heard like all this shit going on, like movies, like video games, like all sorts of media, TV series is hell, fucking even some portions of music is getting so like fucking bleh, and it's like it's like increasing like quantities of vastly lower quality like outputs. Like all these things are getting worse and worse and worse, but they're making more and more and more of it, and it's costing more and more and more. It's like
Yeah.
eventually it's just gonna fucking fall under the weight of itself.
For every like one or two big budget movies that have been halfway decent in the past 5 years, there's like 20 or 30 that are dog shit.
Yeah,
It's like it's what is the term? Diminishing returns, right? It's
yeah.
basically like the
Well, you even
returns of
see it with a lot of like newer YouTubers. Like they're all just fucking scumbags who like start fights and hide behind bodyguards, and it's like, how do people even find this shit entertaining? Hello, Ray?
yeah, can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Let me make
You know
sure
what
you're still playing on. Did you just switch over to Xbox?
well, I got to do one thing. I forgot. I did not renew my Game Pass subscription, so I have no whatever they call it. I don't have Xbox Live on my Xbox, so I gotta. Here,
This is
listen.
just a magical fucking attempt at a
Hey,
stream.
no. I'll stay on an extra 10 minutes to make up for this. Just give me. This will take me 1 second, dude. But let me. I'll keep talking on here before I switch over because it just takes me 1 second.
Yeah,
This
no
was,
worries.
this was see Fred. This is how my fucking videos got deleted. Let me see if I got this.
Small amounts
Okay.
of technical issues creating larger and larger issues.
You know what? Because I have the audio from the capture card, I can actually stay on this crispy headset on PC, but play the game with you. We could stay in this party. I don't have to rejoin. That's what I'm saying.
All
It'll
right.
all work out.
All right.
Uh,
No worries. However we do it, I don't really mind. I just want to play some
do you
video
want me to
games,
do you want me to explain it so I can pad the time while I log into my Xbox?
or we can talk about Sean Strickland knocking Sneeko's fucking block off.
Oh yeah,
Have you seen
What
that
happened?
shit? I,
yeah.
like
Well,
that was an obvious publicity stunt for a guy who desperately needed his ass kicked, but even I have to admit it's just like, yeah, Sneeko's just gonna get more attention, and so is Sean Strickland, and I like Sean Strickland, but it's like eventually you're just gonna see like all these cocksuckers like challenging like these guys to fights, and it's like, okay, so this is gonna be the new trend. Just like legitimately like top tier fighters just beating up assholes, which I don't mind, but God, I wish it wasn't just sparring.
Sneeko, that guy had such a weird, like, fucking change in like his demeanor because he used to like do content back in the day. Like he interviewed. Actually, that's how I found out about Shane Gillis. He did like an interview with Shane Gillis when Shane Gillis was like first canceled.
Yeah.
And he did not have that. Like he was not the kind of mental fucking freak that he is now. Let's see here. All
Well,
right,
it's
so
like
switching game.
it's this desperate need to like stay relevant, and it's like for whatever reason these guys think relevancy means like completely like forsaking your principles and becoming this wacky amalgam of just nothing, whereas
Yeah,
more people who have the longest staying power just come off as, I don't know, they at least attempt to like come off as genuine.
100%.
But it's like eventually like the next generation is just gonna fall victim to these snake oil salesmen. I just hope like some dumb kid doesn't attempt to do the fucking like threaten a guy in public thing, but not have the money to have a bodyguard. I just hope that doesn't happen to some stupid motherfucker just because he
Yeah,
thinks it'll
I
get
mean,
him famous.
you gotta imagine though, like in the heyday of fighting, there's probably these random assholes. Obviously, they didn't have an audience to try to like challenge these boxers. I mean, but now it's just like they're profiting off in their stupidity, and it's weird because like there's been like these ebbs and flows of these kind of assholes on YouTube. Like what was that dude Sam Pepper back in the day that was like a fucking scumbag? You remember?
Oh God, fucking yeah, yeah. And for some reason, like Ethan Klein had like a huge bone to pick with him too. But then again, like Sam Pepper wasn't a good guy. He's just a fucking douchebag. But like, it's super
Ethan
weird.
Klein. Ethan Klein's a
Ethan
fucking
Klein fucking fell off. Like I can't believe like like and that now all these like people are like going back and apologizing to people who were honestly shitty individuals in the first place, and it doesn't feel right. Like they're all getting into bed with each other, and I can see it happening, and it's like, ugh, what a diseased fucking cesspit. I'm glad that I'm glad that like I'm nowhere near the realm of being acquainted with any of these people, because they just fucking shiv me in the fucking kidneys.
Well, I could tell you as we get into the stream, I got a story about someone that I had had been actually a pretty good terms with a pretty prominent YouTuber. Then I kind of fell off the bandwagon, but then they hired somebody that I actually not that I'm like friends with this person, but I've like I'm acquaintances because I know them from fucking the classic days of YouTube. Like remember the Hate Bit podcast with like Razor Fist and Alpha?
Oh yeah.
So, but this person worked for this larger channel as an editor and co-host, and even when this person was like, had to like take a break from streaming due to like a family health crisis, this guy took over for the guy, and just all of a sudden, abruptly, he fires the guy, like no rhyme or reason, just like fires him, and I won't even get specific because I don't want to drudge up the drama because it's too much of a story,
Oh
but like jump into the campaign, but like all that shows you is like all of these there's exceptions to the rule, but like the vast majority of people go into this for the wrong intention, and
yeah.
then that's when it becomes clear when it becomes successful. Like it's not when they're like on their up and coming rise that you see their issues. It's when they have that power and shit. And it's just like the people too that have all these creepy relationships with their
Yeah.
audiences, like where they
Oh
fucking
yeah,
like
like the parasocial shit, like that stuff always like kind of sits weird with me, because it's
yeah.
like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like it's way better to like keep yourself at arm's length and be a stranger to these people who's appealing than being like, no, I'm like you, like we're friends, and it's like,
Yeah.
no,
And
you're not.
there's exceptions. Like somebody can legitimately become like a friend of a streamer or something like that. But those are like
Are you ready? You
those are
said
like
you're
the
ready to start, right?
oh yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Those
just
are
me.
like the needles in the haystack. Like that does happen, like where people can like actually become friends. But like 90% of the time it's the like you said, the fucked up parasocial shit that just it becomes cult like, dude. It's like a fucking cult.
Yeah.
Ugh. But you know that I don't want to dox this, but you know that small family grocery store you like to shop at that has like the really good deals on meats?
Uh-huh.
Do you know you could go to the deli there and that you can get like a large sandwich for $5?
Mm-hmm. It's because they have their own in-house shit.
And it's delicious
If
and
you have
it's
a
a
if you have
huge
a deli in your neighborhood and it's a decent deli, people like give them your business. You will never you will never regret it. If it's kind of like one of those
absolutely.
like weird looking delis though that like has some sketch shit going on, don't go. But if it's like a mom and pop and there's nothing, there never comes out to be any news articles. You look them up and they pass their inspections and shit. Give them your business. You'll save money.
You know what pisses me off? How people act like video games only got serious in like the past few years with these bullshit stories.
Oh
This is a
God.
serious story in this game. This game has an emotional, gripping story.
Spoiler
And
alert, the ending's pretty dark because by the end, everybody except for like Chief and like Sergeant Johnson and like in the extended like war books, like a few other people, everybody else is fucking dead by the end of this game.
You know, I haven't played through this on Series X, but they really, it seems like they upgraded the lighting and textures from the original release.
Well, the biggest complaint about the classic graphics on the Master Chief Collection was there was actually this like layering technique they used like to give the world texture, and like cuz they used like the Halo for like Windows like version. Like that one had like a big bug with the texturing and it never looked right. It actually like made the world look flatter. I think, don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they might have fixed the bug. They
Yeah, and
fixed
do
a
you know
lot
how
of
they
bugs.
did that? Do you know how they did that, Fred?
How's that?
They hired modders.
Let's give our old friends a warm.
You know, the people that get shit on and get cease and desist letters from some of these cocksuckers? That's the one smart thing that 343 has done. That's the only reason Halo Infinite hasn't completely died out. That game launched in a sorry state, even though it had potential. But the only reason it still has a player base is because, like, the modders got, like, 343, like, paid modders and hired them to, like, put all the classic maps in. Because that game had a sparse amount of content. But this is still my favorite Halo game of all time. There's just something
me
about
personally, I'll always like have a soft spot for like 3. Like that's my favorite Halo, but God, it's hard to pick. Like people bitch and moan about certain aspects of all of the Halo games, but I think like every iteration of Halo has its own positives and negatives to begin with anyway.
other than 5.
Other than 5. I never understood why people shit on ODST so hard. I actually really love ODST.
No, yeah. I think that game's got a second take though. It's one of those things that was kind of like mixed when it came out, but now it's more appreciated.
Now move it out. Double time.
Do you have a classic cut? Do you have classic graphics on yours?
Yeah. Why?
Oh, because mine's the remastered, so I think I have to wait till after this and I can switch over.
Oh yeah, I do believe it's the menu button.
Sir? Right. Let's thaw him
What
out.
in the hell?
Okay.
Give me a sec. I'm getting a phone call real quick.
30 seconds.
Okay.
He's hot. Blowing the pins in 5.
While Mr. Dead War takes his call, I'll keep you occupied. And I'll tell you how I'm doing this setup. So I have my HDMI splitter that splits the signal to my TV to my capture card, so I can always have my TV on without worrying about the capture card. But whenever I want to do like a broadcast, I just turn on my computer and set up the OBS. I don't even have to have it recording or streaming, and I can keep my PC headset with a really fancy mic with the audio from PC stuff with the Xbox stuff. So really, it's a really elaborate setup that has done me wonders, other than me deleting my streams like a moron. But yeah, I mean this campaign, my personal background with Halo is I got into Halo around 2005. I got it on PC, the PC port. I had like an HP tower, and it was my first time playing Halo. I actually had the demo. I think I might have downloaded it or something, or got it somewhere in like early 2005. But I got it the actual game later that year. I loved the campaign. I never beat the campaign on PC. I was on like the second to last level, and I got stuck. But then Halo 2 came out for Windows Vista in early 07, and then I got that, and I had a fucking Gateway laptop. It ran like shit, but I beat the whole campaign. And this game ran at like fucking 20 frames a second on that laptop, but it was an amazing experience nonetheless. Then I was a spoiled little bastard, so I got the 360 Elite in as an early Christmas gift in 2007. It was my main Christmas gift, but I got it early, and I got Halo 3, and I have the Legendary Edition still on my shelf with the fucking Master Chief helmet. So, yeah, I've been a huge fan of Halo for close to 20 years now. I never had an original Xbox back in the day. I had the GameCube, so
My
the 360
apologies.
was no problem. I just been lecturing the viewers.
Oh.
Well, no, I was telling my history of Halo, like when I got into the series, and like because like my first Halo game was this on PC, so I had the muddy texture PC port back in 05. Do we have to do the camera shit?
No, I don't think so, yeah. Like, on multiplayer, they skip all that shit, so we can just, watch this guy die. Spoilers. Oh no! Yeah, sorry about that. I had a delivery sent to my house, and once again the guy couldn't find it. All right, my feet are cold. Ah.
I'm a coward.
Famous
Listen,
last
Fred.
words.
Shoot those blast doors. Move.
Get a body pillow delivered and have them call you.
that one is nowhere to be found. It's out in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean or something. I can't stop stuttering today. My brain's just melting and trying to ooze its way out. That's why I'm having nosebleeds.
Listen, here's what you do. You fucking you open up your mailbox in like 10 years and then that fucking thing finally arrives.
Good to see you, Master Chief.
Nah, it's just stiff and standing upright on my porch. Like a skinwalker.
Oh, dude. Oh, Cortana looks so good in this game.
No thanks to your driver.
That's
And
like
she looks even better.
there's
Yeah.
not really a bad design until like the 5th game.
5.
Report.
It must
Yeah.
have been one of their boarding parties.
Because she made like they made her look like, I don't know, like
Captain, the cannon was my last
what
defensive
if
option.
your mom wore
Alright.
battle armor? I
I'm
guess it's
initiating
the best way to
protocol article.
call it.
We're abandoning the
They made her like super passive aggressive and dickish
Well,
too.
you do what? Go down with the ship?
She's evil now.
Yeah, that's
The object we found, I'm gonna
that was
try
that.
and land the
There's
autobot.
it kind of read like that design firm that people bitch about
Yeah.
that like takes those games and they put the
I
woke shit in
appreciate
it.
your
Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like
Oh,
a company
Is that ESG or is that the other one?
Destruction
It's
or
like
capture
Sweet
of
Frog or
subordinate
something. It's a ESG laden company.
That's right.
Rocket selection
It's just
emergency
like
landing zones. Upload them to my
they
neural
did. They,
laser.
it's just fucking. I don't even get it anymore. Like, what is the benefit? Like, other than money that gives you a short-term gain that completely fucks your long-term like revenue. It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And then you get some weird shit like basically for whatever reason turning Poison Ivy into a child in Suicide Squad and having Harley Quinn hit on her. What did they mean by this?
Thank you.
Why did they do that? I wonder. Fucking weirdos in all these companies, huh?
Yank me.
I will yank you.
Yanker. Captain
luck,
Keys.
I don't know. When we insert Cortana into the back of our heads, is that technically pegging?
Your
Um,
architecture isn't much different
Well,
from
kind of
the
go. You know what? It kind of falls through with the fact that there's Spartans, Fred. You know, kind of.
Hey, don't keep doing that, son. You'll have to find ammo as you go.
Is that why she has the shorter haircut in this game? Because like Master Chief is like an actual Greek Spartan, like getting reacquainted with women, and then.
Chief, what do you think you're doing?
Those Marines could use some help, Chief. Do what you do best.
Oh, dude, this is. There's still just an inherent thrill with the assault rifle in this game. I accidentally shot a Marine in the head.
I saw that. I saw -100. Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. Yeah. I don't know. Does my gun look different on my screen to you? Because I have a different skin on this thing.
Yeah, it's like a khaki colored.
Okay, so that is actually cool. They do actually show like multiplayer differences if you turn them on. They don't change the armor color, unfortunately, but then that would have been
Isn't-
expecting too much.
But isn't that amazing? They hire modders, and the modders actually add value to the games. Isn't that something? It's
I
almost like they
always like when games allow personalization of some kind. That's why I really like Reach, because you can just dress up with your Spartan.
Yeah.
Like, and I do enjoy when games allow you like on a second or third or fourth playthrough just to go back and have like little differences.
I gotta tell you, you know what game you would love, even though you're probably not gonna get a PS5 for a while, since they really don't have a lot of games still.
Yeah.
You know, by the way, I just gotta tell you this: the PS5 has less system exclusives than the Virtual Boy, and it's been out for 4 years now. But Helldivers 2, that's like it's like playing classic Gears. Like it's got that energy, you know. It's like it's kind of like space ship Starship Troopers, the kind of humor of it. It's actually a really fun game.
Our lifeboat airlock
$40, by the way. That's like,
We go out
it's
and they
kind of
can-
rare for a game not to launch at $70 these
Yeah,
days.
I'm
which
still
is
waiting
nice.
for the release of is 6 Days in Fallujah out on console yet?
No, but I know Series X is getting it like first.
Yeah, I
because
know.
Yeah.
That's a game I plan on getting on physical media, if they released on physical media, that is.
Yeah. It's
It really does
It's
upset
kinda-
me that these companies are getting away with this shit, but like, not trying to rag on you, not trying to rag on Game Pass, even though I personally don't like it. But Game Pass pretty much gave them all the ability and credence they need to just go full digital.
Yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's people's purchasing decisions that
I
warrant
know.
that or not. I get what you're saying, but like, my point is, because I think we do have a slight disagreement over this issue, but that's fine. But like, I think what we can agree, and it's not like I'm like Mr. Digital. Like I
Yeah.
still buy a lot of things physically. I'm not one of these assholes that doesn't. Like, there's people that actually hate physical now that are fucking retards.
Oh yeah.
Like I buy physical about 90% of the time, but like there is times of convenience where I'll pick up something digitally. But yeah, I agree. In my opinion, on Game Pass has sort of evolved. I am not the cheerleader of it as I used to be. I still have it because I still think it's a useful kind of demo
is
service, if
convenient.
anything. Well, and I treat it as a demo service. Like, I basically, if there's a game that I don't know if I want, like Starfield, I'm glad I didn't pay $70 for that game. I got to experience it on Game Pass.
Jesus.
But yeah, no.
I feel bad for anybody who paid any amount of money for that fucking game. Ugh.
I do not look forward to this all digital future, but I do think, and I think this is the point that we can agree on 100%, is if they do want to push this shit, we need like ironclad like fucking regulations or legislation that says if you buy a digital game, you have the right to make a backup of it to your hard drive. You can use it on whatever system you want, and it's you own it. It's not a lease. It's full ownership, as much as having a DVD. You know,
Well, it's like
because otherwise they're gonna get away with a lot if they.
yeah, like unfortunately right now, like the crew is just gone. Like Ross Scott's trying to create a lawsuit for like them basically killing this video game, but like the original crew is just like officially like dead now, and you can't get it back. And even if you paid money for it.
Well, that's why they should. If a company wants to make a game, first of all, we should have ownership. But also, if it's a live service game or whatever, then if they decide they want to shut down the servers, they should have to release the source code. So then, because if they release the source code, there are people out there that would legitimately like host it from like a server farm or something, or like from like peer-to-peer. Someone would be able to mod it and make it into a peer-to-peer game instead of it becoming a paperweight.
But the unfortunate thing is like all these like companies, all they really think about is, well, that makes us no money. Where's all the money?
Yeah. And they're not even making money though, dude.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
It feels like it's either ignorance or spite, which is the reason they just fucking kill these games.
Well, and
It's like how somehow Konami lost the Gold Master for like Silent Hill 2, and it's like, how'd they fucking do that? Oh, you know, they just threw it out. What do you mean they just threw it out? After they were finished, they just chucked it. What? They didn't need it anymore. It's not like they knew it was gonna get remastered.
Well, I had an experience with Metal Gear Solid 4 before I fucking deleted the streams like a retard. Hey, by the way, folks, that game I'll probably go back to in a few months because I'm pissed that I lost all that shit. But Persona I'll pick up this weekend. But anyways, so I don't know if you remember, you played through Metal Gear Solid 4 on PS3, right?
Oh yeah, I got to the grandpa fight at the end and lost my shit.
So, do you remember there was like the in-game iPod that was like pretty nifty?
Yeah.
They had like a in-game podcast. It was called the Metal Gear Solid Integral Podcast, and they actually recorded it exclusively for the game. And the first episode is included, but all of the subsequent episodes you had to download from the PlayStation Store. And guess where they are now?
Gone.
Gone. So luckily, people did archive it on YouTube. But like, if you wanted the experience of listening to actually a pretty cool like 13-part podcast series while you played through the game, where you got all like these cool factoids, it's gone from the game itself because of these assholes. Like, and that's a game that you can own physically, but there's a component of it that's really cool that's now gone because it was only available digitally. So, like, if you were like me and you had to change your PS3's hard drive, that's gone. You know, it's a fucking tragedy. And that's a shame that that game has not been re-released on modern platforms. Like, that's literally the only Metal Gear game that's stuck on older hardware. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
it
know.
is super
Like, and
weird.
I know.
Looks like the Covenant wanted to catch
And I know that there's people that don't like Metal Gear Solid 4, and it's not a perfect game, but it's a good enough game that it deserves, like, the ability to own it on, like,
Oh.
something that's not... Because the PS3s, dude, those, unless you have the slim model, the fatter models, those are ticking time bombs. They basically have a hardware design flaw that you'll be able to fix, but basically everybody's going to get the yellow light of death on the PS3.
Oh,
And you'll have to because you'll basically have to rechange the thermal paste to fix it, which,
Well,
you
it's
know,
like, what's
isn't...
funny is, like, I never realized that, but, like, one of my roommates back in the day, they did have, like, the fat version of the PS3, and, like, I didn't know that one, like, couldn't properly run Demon Souls. So when I tried to play Demon Souls for the first time, I couldn't fucking play it properly because it kept hitching and fucking lagging and stuttering.
Yeah.
And it, like, really actually disappointed me because I've always wanted to play Demon Souls all the way through. It's probably one of the only Souls games that I haven't A, played or B, beaten.
Listen, when Sony goes bankrupt, you can get the remastered one on PS5. But no, but like yeah, the fat bottles are really like chunky and like they're actually like really highly like well designed, but they
It's
have
just
one
the
fatal
thermal
flaw. Yeah, because they use the really cheap thermal paste. So basically, it's an easy fix if you know what you're doing. But how many people are gonna know what? Like, if somebody's a retro gamer, unless they're like caught up with all this shit, the average person's gonna fucking have it go, you know, yellow, and instead of being able to fix it, they're probably just gonna chuck it.
Yeah.
Which is a shame because the fat PS3s can play PS1 and PS2 games, which is cool.
Now would be a very good time to leave.
Oh, cool. Like, it even shows for me in the cutscene the gun difference.
Punch it.
Yeah. You know,
Actually-
that's always... I've always been a fan of cutscenes rendered in engine instead of like the shitty pre-rendered ones.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out here.
Look,
Halo.
What is that thing, Lieutenant?
Hell if I know, but we're landing on it.
Your Honor, she's been hit!
I knew it.
Look at that
Out of
guy's
the cellar,
fucking
keeps
face
going in
movement.
there.
He looks like he's having a fucking stroke.
Chief, I can only move the bottom half of my face and blink.
You know what I like?
Sure you wouldn't
You
mind
got
if
like
I
one
sent
black sergeant, one black lady that operates the Pelican, this
you?
one
Still, no
chick,
fingers, they'd be
but like
crossed.
nearly everybody else in the game besides them and Chief is a fucking Aussie. It's like the
Well,
pillar
boy,
bottom,
you
like
Chief. Well, if you get back home, you gotta fight the koalas. Okay, Chief,
Yeah.
I want to die out here. I'm ready to die here, Chief. Keep me away from the bush, God damn it!
you know, iDubbbz had so many Australian friends that he fucked over. Do you think like if he showed up in Australia, it'd be like Ethan Ralph in Portugal?
Oh yeah, he gets face smashed in. Jesus fuck.
Chief? Chief, can you hear me? At last.
Yeah.
Are you all right? Can you move? The others. The impact. There's nothing we can do.
They're just taking a nap, Fred. They're all right. They're just taking a little nap. They're okay.
Warning.
They
I've
just
detected
spilled
multiple
some
covenant
jelly all
dropships
over
on
the
the
grass
coast.
here. That's
I recommend moving into
Just-
the hills.
Some dry,
Believe that
pasty
everyone aboard
jelly.
this lifeboat died in a crash.
that's what they're probably doing in the Halo show. Like Chief is such an idiot that Cortana has to lie to him like a 5-year-old.
If looking for survivors, I recommend immediate evasion.
Cortana, what happened to all my comrades? They were deemed MIA, Chief. Oh, so they're just missing. No, Spartans, when they're MIA, they're... Never mind. That is a fucked up bit about the war that I love. If a Spartan gets killed in action in order to, like, prevent morale, like, from going down, they're just like, oh no, they just went missing. And eventually it became so commonplace that every one of the soldiers is like, yeah, another Spartan's MIA. That fucker's dead.
He just went out to go get a gallon of milk, some cigarettes. Was there ever like a Spartan that was there ever like a human or a Spartan, which would be kind of a cool concept, that like turncoated and like went to the Covenant?
I don't know.
That'd be a hell of a fucking Halo novel there. I just gave them a good idea. Because you know how like the
And
Covenant had the,
recall that we can
well,
next
they
step.
probably butcher it, but you know how like the Covenant had the heretics that were like fucking against the
Careful.
The,
Chief really likes fucking the turncoats. Like, why? Why take his armor off? Why take his helmet off? Why have him fuck somebody who's clearly fucking evil? Jesus, showrunners.
it's you know what every little bit and piece of that show feels like people that exclusively got their Halo lore knowledge from like watching like a G4 review of a Halo game.
Don't worry, Commander Keyes would totally have a mulatto daughter with cornrows and be black. What about
Was it
Sergeant
Keyes himself
Johnson?
black?
Everybody loves Sergeant Johnson. Sergeant who?
Well, no, they couldn't have Sergeant Johnson because he would actually be a cool black character. Whenever they,
Yeah,
you notice,
he
and,
wouldn't
this
be
is-
a fucking, like, either a self-loathing Uncle Tom or, like, an effeminate, like, I almost said faggot. Oh, I did say faggot. Oh, shit. Yeah, an effeminate
God
faggot.
damn it, Fred! You get what? You need to do it twice for Strange. Or let's not get Susan too upset.
Try havoc and let slip the slurs of war. You can't control me.
Listen, Fred. The point, I agree with your point, though. What I was gonna say, though, and I'll say it without any slurs, is yeah, a lot of look at, I'm not no fucking Black Lives Matter crew member, but like there is a truth to be said. Like a lot of like black males have been portrayed like very effeminately in like modern media, either effeminately or like pushovers, which basically that's been a trope for white guys in movies for a while, like the dumb white guy.
Yeah.
So basically there's like two options now. You're either like the effeminate black guy, like the metrosexual black guy, or you're like the fucking clueless idiot.
Yeah.
And then you've got like the nagging bitch wife who is always right.
Girl bossing all over the place.
Yeah.
It's just like, Jesus, just like, the irony is like, in order to subvert tropes, they ended up like accidentally, inadvertently making the new tropes. And the funny thing is, the new tropes suck so hard that people are like, nah, I kind of want to go back to the days where we had just oiled up ripped dudes like shooting bad guys in the face, and like chicks were actually attractive.
Well, these people are retards. I just did a slur. Wait, you get 2 faggot slurs. How many retard slurs can we do?
I think people don't care nearly as much about retard as they do about faggot.
You just did 3. I
And-
got you.
No, you did it first.
No, but no. But you see my interaction on X with that
Oh,
fucking
God.
retard?
Like oh god, that I just got murdered. That
Hey, I
poor-
got
that
I got
poor kid.
700. I got 700 likes on one of the tweets, and I got 20 new followers, Fred. Hey, assholes! Subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
But it's like like that like poor kid is so fucking brainwashed that he legit like got like personally offended at the word retard, and that kind of says more about him than the word.
Yeah.
Because he's acting like a retard. But it's like, seriously. Like, don't reveal your hand. Like, that's all I'm saying.
And what person in the past 20 years has actually went up to someone that's like legitimately mentally challenged and called them a retard and not getting fucking decked in the face?
Oh, yeah.
This is
Like,
Fire Team Charlie.
These people are fucking retarded because they think that word, when you use it in the context that we do, is like, it's not denigrating people that are mentally challenged, besides the people that we're fucking calling retards, which these people are retards. They're fucking, they're it's not that their IQs are low, it's just that their understanding of the world is low. Some of them are actually fairly high IQ individuals, but they have no grasp of fucking reality. Someone can have an IQ of 200 and be a fucking retard. In fact, actually, there are a lot of people that are really intelligent that are fucking retards.
Well, one of my favorite
they
bits
put-
from the comedian Christopher Titus, he literally goes on about the fact, like, somebody who is mentally handicapped is not retarded. Somebody who has all of their mental faculties in order, but then still decides to do the most unintelligent thing in the world, that's a fucking retard. Like, if you have everything going,
This cave is not
like,
a natural formation.
functional, if
Someone
you have
did.
everything, like, going
So it
right,
must
and you
lead
still
somewhere.
decide to self-sabotage in the stupidest
I
way,
hacked into the
you're fucking
Covenant
retarded.
background.
There's no other way to describe it.
Broadcasting tactical
Absolutely.
data on unencrypted channels. We should show them who they're dealing with.
It's like, the world will
Master
always
Chief,
use
I'm going to use your
terminology
suit's transcom
incorrectly
system to
for an
monitor their
insult.
chatter.
It's why stupid people get called Einstein all the time, for Christ's sake. It's ironic.
Listen,
Not-
Fred,
not
you
a
brought
word.
up Einstein. Are you anti-Semitic?
No, in fact, I really love the man who helped build a bomb that killed millions of people.
That's by the way, that term anti-Semitic has I'm not to touch another hot topic issue.
Oh, Jesus.
that's become so devalued because like there are legitimately like people that are anti-Semitic, but like if you have any criticism of Israel whatsoever, you're now an anti-Semite. Like if you have any criticism of like any group or any person that's part of these groups, like if you criticize a black person, you're a racist. If you criticize a lesbian or a gay guy, you're a homophobe. If you criticize a troon, you're a transphobe.
Well, it's like
Although,
it's like with
let's
fucking
be-
Seth Rogen
Yeah.
on Twitter, well, X, Twitter, whatever you want to fucking call it these days. Like, he'll immediately discount somebody's like conversation and opinion toward him if they're not Jewish because he's a fucking racist and an idiot. Like, seriously. Like, 9 times out of 10, when he gets into an argument, immediately he'll just drop, "Are you Jewish?" Like that even fucking matters. The goy.
Somebody should respond. Yeah, I'm circumcised. Want to see?
I'm actually more practicing Jewish than you are, my friend.
Well, yeah, and most of these people that are those assholes are not like the legitimately religious Jews. These are like these are the people that are like Jewish, grew up Jewish, but they actually have no religion. I mean, the vast majority of them are atheists.
Yeah. Well, it's like declaring yourself Muslim but not being a practicing Muslim. It's like you're
Like
doing
Sneeko.
you're doing it for brownie points and to like look like quirky. It's not real. You have no
And that
fucking right.
co-
Did you just
that
jump off
fucking
the cliff?
cocksucker. Yeah. I was gonna try to slide down the incline, but I
Like
missed,
I did.
It's just like when I climbed the Mount Fred, I missed my fucking footing.
oh my
but
God.
exactly. Hey, but let me tell you, Andrew Tate also falls in that category, and I don't.
He's a fucking dick.
Well, the problem with him is that he actually will say something that's like a pretty good piece of advice for young men, but then he'll say something absolutely retarded.
Well, it's like I will always discount a good opinion or a good factoid from a bad person because it doesn't mean anything because you know he doesn't fucking believe it. He's a charlatan. He's a fucking snake oil salesman. He pretty much does it so he can sell his videos of him doing dirty dances and booty shorts in his fucking supplements or whatever the hell he does.
He's basically like a insincere discount Alex Jones with like 1/10 of the talent.
Yeah. I find it funny that like everybody like talks about, yeah, Andrew Tate, he was a fighter. Yeah, every opportunity he has to like get into like a legitimate like fight with anybody, like, oh, something fell through. Oh, something happened. Oh, I got caught trafficking people. Oh boy, guess I don't get to fight this guy. It's just like, how do people still follow this fruitcake?
My concubines escaped the sex shit. I mean, no.
That's like this fucking Jack Doherty kid. He's definitely trafficking people. Because like half
Does
the time
that
he
kid
has
have Down syndrome? Does he have Down
half the
syndrome?
chicks he has in his fucking like videos are like Eastern European and have an OnlyFans, but they legit look like they like. I'm pretty sure they have like sex for money too.
Yeah, they're not fucking him out of love.
Yeah. God. Oh yeah, funny
I mean,
enough, like Sneako's fucking whore girlfriend like hangs out with Jack Doherty all the time and flashes her tits on stream. Like, fucking piece of shit. God.
Yeah, Sneeko's got a history of himself. So like, before he became a YouTuber, just look, if you're interested, just look him up because I don't even want to give him the time of day. He's a fucking piece of shit.
Oh
too.
yeah, no. Ah, god damn it. It's like,
But
like I am
but it's
actually
like that
like,
one
kind of
dude.
sad that these guys are becoming like idols to the next generation just because they're rich and they like just mess with people. It's like
Who's
it's like
that
when
one-
prank channels like
Yeah.
got popular.
Who was that one dude who was like playing himself off as like a uber conservative and like trying to be like a role model for young men, and then it turned out like he did like a bunch of like weird sex acts and like wanted to suck cock
Oh god, he had like the fucking beard with the white hair down the middle.
too. Yeah, he had the Keemstar special beard.
Yeah. Oh Jesus, I don't even remember him. That's how irrelevant he is now. Like,
But he was kind of like the he's
like
first
Nick
one of these.
Fuentes. Like legit, he's just this like fucking degenerate dude who like beats himself off on stream and does weird shit, and like he gets
Yeah, how do
busted
people-
for it.
How do people take that Nick Fuentes seriously? The guy doesn't believe anything he says.
Because he's hot. He's basically the conservative version of Hassan Piker. He probably fucks children just like Hassan too.
I'll call in a drop ship to pick them up.
I hate Hassan so much
I hope
now.
that motherfucker gets arrested for something. He has so much dirty laundry. I'm surprised nobody's found it yet.
Oh, but Vosh too, and I, you know what? I never hated Vosh as much as Hassan or what's his face, but then to find out that he's basically
Yeah.
like a fucking uber degenerate, which is not a
Oh, it's like-
surprise. I mean, like,
I will, like, I won't get on his fucking ass about, like, the fucking artwork that he had up, but I will get on his ass about the fucking hypocrisy and the fact that he's such a fucking weirdo, and he's like he is on camera stating you can have a positive sexual relationship with a child, and it's like, no, you can't. No, you fucking can't, you fucking weirdo. Oh, God,
Yeah.
get buried.
Well, and I think
We
people
read you every
connected the
fortnight.
dots with that
More
artwork and
survivors and need
that
immediate
phrase,
dust
so that
off.
there's
Well,
problem.
it's like
It's
like,
not this.
like I said, like
Yeah.
I will always be. It's hard to argue this point, but it's like freedom of expression is a thing that is really hard to argue against. So I draw the line here. If you depict an actual person of any kind who is underage, then you should be fucking arrested for it. But everything else, I don't fucking care. Free reign.
Yeah.
Go for it. Make the most
we can
degenerate,
we-
fucked up,
yeah.
gory, and like twisted shit you want. But like once it involves an actual person, nah, go to jail, motherfucker.
Well, in the worst cases, like I agree with these laws that like if the people that are having, so basically they're putting laws on the books, and I support these 100%. Where if somebody has sex with someone under 12, they're on the death tables on the book.
Yeah, fucking.
And that it should be. They do, when you look like
Like I'm
there's
like,
degrees, but like when you do something that heinous, you should not have a right to exist on this planet.
Yeah.
Like that. I'm sorry. Like that's like it's just like these cocksuckers who don't want the death penalty in any case. I'm sorry. I understand if
there
it's
are
like
good
there's-
reasons to kill bad people. I'm sorry. It's weird to
It's
need
not-
to say that.
Yeah, no, but it really, and then here's the point. Like the thing about Vosh, like you said, like I agree, like the freedom of expression shit, but like the hypocrisy, I think is. But
The
here's my
hypocrisy
other
is the
thing.
worst part about it, and the shit he's said in the past, and then he just all of a sudden thinks he has a right to get on a high horse about half this shit. Nah, fuck you, motherfucker. Your shit stinks.
Here's my thing about Vosh. He's a very big leftist, but he's always presented himself as like having these. He's like the Hassan, where he presents himself as being holier than thou, and then when he does something where he deserves to be dressed down, he'll be one of these cocksuckers that says, "Oh, I'm being harassed,"
Oh, yeah.
instead of actually like acknowledging the
Yeah,
fuck up.
never taking onus, never taking responsibility, and always fucking sandbagging and trying to hide his dirty bullshit.
Like, I take responsibility, Fred. I deleted 20 of my streams. And but they
I
really
have said
should-
some pretty gray shit.
But here's my thing, Fred. Why did they put a checkbox above the other one? Because I know what I did now, and I hate myself for it. But also, what did I learned a lesson, and that's
Yeah.
another thing too. These people, they
They'll
don't ever
never
learn a
learn.
lesson.
Yeah,
No, they'll never learn.
because they keep getting away with it.
They'll just
Ow!
find a different.
Ow!
They'll just find a different grip.
Yeah. At the end of the day, that's all it ever turns out to be. Hell, I wouldn't be
It's-
surprised if in 2 years' time, all of a sudden Hassan starts talking about, like, conservative politics.
Yeah.
Like, that would be a fucking, like, twist in Act 3, wouldn't it? Like, Jesus.
He becomes like a fucking Baptist.
He
fucking
becomes a
preacher.
fucking bread tuber. Wait, he's already a bread tuber. What's the opposite of a bread tuber?
Dave Rubin.
Dave Rubin.
Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't seen Dave Rubin in so long. I don't even know like what he does anymore.
I don't think his shift to being a big conservative was organic. I mean, I think that there was like a moment of sincerity when he was like moderate, like conservative, that I think like he might have shifted.
Yeah.
But I don't think that someone can have that kind of huge political shift in like a matter of months. Like I think that like people can change their viewpoints, but that takes like a while for people to like sincerely change their viewpoints on shit. I think he's a charlatan.
Oh yeah.
But that's just. But
Just like oh god, what's his fucking name? Oh, the quartering. He's doing it for the money, and like at the end of the day, as long as as long as I don't even know how to put this. as long as your shit don't stink too bad by the end of the day, I will never like forsake somebody for like trying to grip for cash. But the moment like you start like spilling your heart and trying to call people like bad people, like for no other reason than their politics are different than you, that's when I start to say, okay, what's in your fucking closet, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Because, like, I don't know specifics because I don't even watch him, but, like, correct me if I'm wrong. Has the Quartering ever gone after somebody and tried to claim, like, they are a bad, like, this bad, horrible, like, fucking degenerate human being just because they're lefty?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, he has? Okay, then fuck that guy.
I do not like the Quartering. He's also, like, his big problem is, like, the guy legitimately is, allegedly, I want to say allegedly so I don't get sued, but he's, like, legitimately, allegedly, like, an alcoholic. Like, he struggles with being able to hold down, like, his fucking, like, if you go on his X, he deletes, like, 50 or 60 tweets that he'll tweet out, and, like, no,
Just
he'll,
all
like,
drunk tweets?
he'll legitimately try to, I don't know if he still does it, but for a couple of years, he would legitimately try to, like, pick fights with people, and, like, it was stupid. And I don't hate the Quartering, but he's just like, there's a lot, and the left has a bigger problem with this, but there's a lot of these assholes on the right that are like these cookie cutter fucking channels that bitch about the same shit, and they're extreme too. There's no like
End of the
race-based-
West, millions must die.
Yeah, it's an exaggeration. Like, and these are these fucking black-pilled people too. It's like, no, like, there's still hope. It's just, like, it's very dim at times.
It's one of the reasons I can't watch like fucking Josh Moon's like shit, because like half the time he'll be level-headed and like be talking like about some decent stuff and like have really good points, but then all of a sudden like somebody will ask him about anime and immediately without missing a beat he's like, everybody who watches anime is a pedophile, it's creepy, all anime is for pedophiles, no anime is good, and it's like, why are you spurging out over this shit, dude? Like, fucking calm down. Like, why are you doing this? You're literally like taking a good subsect of like normal people who watch anime, blanket stating them, and like taking away from your own like viewer base.
Yeah,
It doesn't
like,
make
if he
any
said that
sense.
about, if he said that strictly about the tourists, then he'd be right. But he's putting that on the vast majority that are like normal people. Like, most people who watch anime are chill fucking people. It's just you have a vocal minority of fucking assholes online that make much ado about nothing. By the way, these are the people that like are trying to like destroy Persona. They're trying to destroy like the dating sim aspects of Persona. They're trying to destroy everything that made Persona such a great series.
Where are we supposed to go?
Hey, you know what though? If we drive around enough, it'll tell us. I think we go up this hill though. I think we go to that like weird like
Oh, okay, yep. Okay, I remember this.
yeah. This is my one criticism with Halo Combat Evolved. There's some areas that kind of look repetitive.
Well,
you know?
plus like they like, which is good and bad at the same time, but they don't tell you where the fuck to go. There's no obvious signs. I got an achievement.
Especially later on in the campaign, there's like the one snow level. It gets very confusing.
We should search the interior.
Yeah,
of
no.
these structures before we leave.
I would say too, like it's something you said in one of the previous streams. Like, it's very hard to watch YouTubers that are solely political because it's like it's all.
I
doom and gloom.
really try to avoid like heavily like political like YouTubers and stuff. I don't mind YouTubers with like politics. Everybody's gonna have their own opinion on politics, but like if they're only about politics, like I start like feeling like they're trying to sell me something.
We have some great lakefront property in Utah.
Oh, what was that one Irish bullshit that like claimed like if you purchase this, we'll plant a tree and you'll have a plot of land that will allow you to get a wardship. And like the biggest mistake of that thing isn't the fact that this fucking gag gift like people legitimately thought it would make like allow them to like put ward on their credit card. No, the biggest problem was they never planted the fucking tree. So they lied about their promise. That's what you were paying for at the end of the day, not the lordship. And like then people were like, "Hey, why are you exposing this? So you're gonna ruin a good thing. We're making a lot of money." It's like, no, motherfucker, you should expose this because it's shitty, and you shouldn't want to be tied to these people because they're liars. Like seriously.
You know what I'd rather have, dude? I'd rather have like a fucking Doug Walker certified resident of Kickassia title.
Dude, if you could buy like a 1x1 like centimeter plot of land in fucking what was it, Molostia, because of like Doug Walker like doing a movie like in Molostia, that'd be so much better.
You know, there was, I kind of have come around with Doug Walker again. Like, I was kind of, not that I ever thought he was, like, evil, but, like, there was, like, a lot of, like, stupid shit he did that deserved criticism.
Oh,
but, like, compared,
he's a cringy old, like, boomer dad. That's all he ever was.
But compared to, yeah, but, like, even his, like, dumbest mistakes are so mild compared to, like, everybody else on the internet these days.
Yeah.
Oh, he didn't pay us enough. Oh, he made us wait and he only bought us Subway. Well, I'm sorry. That's a lot better than
well, it's
90%
like half the shit that comes out about Doug in retrospect and like thinking about it like actively, Doug's a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
That's all that really says about him. Meanwhile, you have the fucking Jew Wario situation. You have all the people who tried to throw him under the fucking bus. Like, you have all these, like, awful people who, like, backstabbed and, like, completely ripped apart, like, Channel Awesome. Like, pretty much in its prime. And then after the fact, they realized, oh, God, Doug really was the one propping this whole thing up. Because Doug still got viewers. Doug still got fans. Hell, like, even though I don't like the fucking Wall review, like, he got to have Corey Taylor and his son come on, because Corey Taylor's son was a huge fan of Nostalgia Critic, which is cooler than hell. Like, God, fucking Stone Sour, Slipknot, that was half the shit that I listened to growing up.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
God.
It's crazy.
And it's like half the stories you hear about, like, people working on, like, Doug's movies were like, it was, like, disorganized, it was shitty, it was kind of, like, really bad. But we had a lot of fun. Meanwhile, you have the Linkara fucking movie, and, like, everybody was miserable, everybody hated it, people were, like, fucking shitting on each other and getting mad at each other on set, like, having fights, and it's like, Jesus. Doug really was the linchpin.
Wasn't it like bisexual inflation furry shit or something? What was he up to?
Green M&M's shitting into people's mouths or something.
Oh, yeah. These people are all... Yeah, isn't it amazing? Like, at least Doug Walker, we never found out about his sexual
which I will
habits.
once again, I will say, as long as it's not depicting a real person, I don't care what you jerk it to. But...
We will laugh at you, though.
We will laugh at you, and we do, like... regular people like do have a right to call you weird.
Yeah. Call me old-fashioned. Just
like,
have a dominatrix.
It's the court of public opinion. Like you are well within your right. You are free to do whatever the fuck you want as long as it's within the means of the law. As long as it's not illegal. But if it's weird, it's weird.
People are gonna laugh.
Just fucking own it. Like. It's like the fucking one guy one jar dude. Like he was actually flattered that like millions of people had around the world have seen a video of him like with a jar breaking inside of his ass.
The amazing part of that is he survived.
Honestly, the amazing part is the fact that he like just gauzed it up and went to work. The Eastern European Russian man just had a jar break inside his ass. He pulls out what he could and he just jams like fucking like as much like blood clotting bandages as he can into his butthole and just goes into work. Oh, Sergey, you look a little under the weather. What's wrong? My ass hurts. Oh,
I'm sort of
what happened? I don't want to talk about it.
Can you imagine though, like they buy like all white chairs at his workplace, and he
search
sits
the
there, and then he
interior of
gets
this
up, and he's like, "Sergey, there's a red puddle where you were sitting."
Why am I not spawned back in yet? What's going on?
Oh, hey, did you die?
Yeah, I don't like.
I've
been
been
wait-
looking for you.
I've been waiting to respawn this whole entire time.
I think it's this. I think it's these cocksuckers.
I don't know. Like, have you found the civilians yet?
Oh, that might be it too. But I think it's these
Civilian
guys here. They're at
soldiers.
the edge of. Well, in this war, they're basically civilians. They got no chance against the
Yeah.
elites.
God.
All right.
It's
Let's go back
still
here.
kind of like breaks my heart that pretty much at the end of this game, like everybody is fucking dead.
Best group of survivors. Yeah. Well, even like they kind of had a retcon like Sergeant Johnson's survival. Like,
Well, yeah,
yeah,
I do love how they kind of like hand wave it away, like
Yeah.
they kind of lampshade it like in 2. Hey, are you ever gonna tell me the story of how you got off Halo? Another time.
God damn it.
But I'm pretty sure,
You know
like,
what, though?
in universe, like, he just managed to, like, get on, like, I don't know, like, oh god, what's, Pelicans can go into, like, out of atmosphere, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
I'm pretty sure he, like, escapes the planet on that. And, like, Chief nearly fucking shoots him, because he, like, Johnson pops out, and he's like, I saw you in the Flood video. Why are you alive?
Where are these at? I think they're over here.
You have to go underground. There's a way to go underground, if I remember correctly.
Oh. Yeah, I was underground earlier. Where was that? Chief. I'm slightly retarded.
I'm just watching you waddle back and forth.
It's got okay. I'm gonna be very fucking thorough.
No, don't worry. I just find
There
it,
we go.
I just find it funny that for whatever reason there are no enemies and it won't let me respawn.
What are you assholes doing down here?
Surviving?
Come on.
Not me, fool!
Alright.
Not me, fool!
Why aren't they following me?
I don't know.
Is there invisible elite somewhere? Because that's the last group. Like, we're good to go once they What happens if I kill them all?
I don't know. Is it bugged?
It might be.
I mean,
Because there's. Should I kill myself or should I go kill them? What tell me what to do?
it'd be funnier if you murder all of them.
It would be. Now, what wouldn't be funny is if it
Foe
created
having a
checkpoint
chief. Foe having a chief. Where are the survivors?
that-
Nowhere. Nowhere to be
Industrial
found.
accident.
Chief, don't do it!
Industrial accident. Oops! My trigger fucking. Alec
say something.
Alec Baldwin plays Halo.
God,
Well,
I remember
There's
when
the-
games let you play as a sociopath. I love the run of Half-Life that you can do, which pretty much like just has Gordon Freeman just killing every scientist he finds. Why are we all the way back here? Jesus. It really reset us all the way back here?
Maybe they took cover in that structure. Let's check it out.
you know, there's one little grunt that I just killed at the front. Maybe that grunt was the fucking culprit.
Maybe.
Because honestly, this game is very sensitive in some ways when it comes to like these like weird like checkpoints.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to break that bad, though. Like, that was a full-on soft lock. Ow! I'm gonna try and stay alive this time, too. Get out of my face!
Interior of the structures before we leave.
Alright. Check the interior of the structure before we leave. Brrr.
Hey, you know, but when I killed those humans, I was
Oh,
just doing
you-
the original intent of the Spartans, right? Because wasn't the original Spartan program meant to like put out like human like
Oh yeah,
anybody
it was
subverting-
supposed to be like, oh, fucking counter-terrorism, technically.
Yeah.
Which is kind of
Oh,
fucked that they made like mass-produced like super soldiers to quell riots.
But they actually did like what they wouldn't do these days, like presenting like the like rebel group as like actually having a point. Like it's not instead of just portraying them as like evil, like
Yeah.
bigots or something.
Okay, we got
It's-
a checkpoint. That's good.
Yeah. It's sort of like if you read into like the Star Wars lore, like the Republic actually did some shitty like there's actually a justification for the what was it, the CIS, you know, like the fucking droid army people that wanted to leave the Republic.
Yeah, the separatists.
Like they actually like obviously Palpatine played both sides, like but the separatists actually had like legitimate reasoning for like wanting to leave the Republic. They were basically being taxed to death and not getting representation. Wait, I wonder if there was a point in history of a people who were being taxed to death and not being represented.
No taxation without representation. Ah! Oh God.
Boy, those deletes sounded like they had a fucking moment.
I'm on my way.
New traffic on the Covenant BattleNet. I found Captain Keyes. He's being held on a Covenant cruiser, the Truth and Reconciliation, a ship I disabled before we abandoned the Autumn.
I think we can do one more level.
The Truth and Reconciliation touched down on a desert plateau roughly 300 kilometers upspin.
Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to get up here. I want to see what's up here. Ah, you took my seat.
Now take your seat on the Pelican. Is there fall damage in this?
Oh, that's it.
It's a fault. I'm gonna test
There's
that
our
out
ride.
first. Then.
Welcome aboard, Master Chief.
Oh, that'd be really cool. If
Oh,
that
can you
local
actually
convention-
pick up my my gun skin? That'd be awesome.
No, they just give me ammo. Although I wonder if I swap it out, I could. But if I just went over to it just gave me ammo.
Yeah.
You know, what if like Chief actually thought there's like an exact like clone of him fighting alongside him? It turns out like Chief is like deeply schizophrenic in Halo 1.
It's like in Black Ops, like Black Ops 1 when you're going around the base with Reznov. Like, I don't know, is
Yeah.
that supposed to imply that Woods was still with you? Because Woods is alive by the third game. Sorry, the second game. But like the whole entire time it's Reznov, so it's either Mason was completely like infiltrating a base on his own, or Woods was just there right next to him, just not questioning why Mason was talking back and forth with himself in a Russian accent.
God, I hope the Modern Warfare 3 development team stays away from Black Ops. If they're gonna do Black Ops the same treatment they
Well,
gave
Black
Modern
Ops
Warfare
Cold
3.
War wasn't necessarily all that bad. It's just,
No, it was pretty good.
unfortunately, once again, like it's the same issue with Halo Infinite. Like they released a broken multiplayer and like a buggy game.
Corey paying us by the hour.
Yeah, it's like, oh, here's one of the few games that actually could be good, but let's gimp it so much that it like fucking ruins the experience. These people suck, Fred. Well, let's have an
know.
industry crash. We're gonna have to stay on fucking. I honestly hope we do have an industry crash, and I hope it's
Well,
a big
the only
one. and I
thing
hope-
that worries me is like what's gonna happen to like online services like when the industry crashes, because it's all got to go third party. Like if they're gonna keep running.
well, people will figure out a way. Well,
Yeah.
Steam. I don't think Steam's going anywhere.
Well,
For
yeah.
instance. But also Steam. Look at I love fucking Valve. Like Gabe Newell, I'll get a tattoo of him on my forehead. No, I won't. But like, that'd be a fucking weird. Can you imagine like someone gets like a Post Malone like tattoo of Gabe Newell? That'd be insane. But no, Valve though deserves like criticism. Like, yeah, Steam might be really cool and easy to use, and they're generally pretty chill. And they're also pretty good when it comes to not censoring shit. Like they allow stuff that nobody else would in terms of like a large scale store. Like
Just
there's games
imagine
on
how
there that
long it took like for them to like actually like allow like adult like games on the platform.
Yeah, but still, I mean, they deserve credit for finally making that decision because nobody else would.
Yeah.
But you know what their big problem is? When you buy a game on there, you don't actually own it. And it's not even the fact that it's digital, it's the fact that their license agreement, you basically are buying the right to access the game and not the right to own it. And until that changes, people need to start speaking out against this shit. Because, yeah, it's fine now, but one day Gabe Newell is going to depart this planet. I hope he lives to 120, but one day someone else is going to be in charge of Valve. And they might not be as chill of a guy as Gabe Newell. As a matter of fact, I guarantee you, they're not going to be as chill of a guy as Gabe Newell.
Well,
and they're
like
going to fuck everything up.
Yeah, I know. And like the fucked up part is like you can't be too careful about these people because look at what happened with Kathleen Kennedy and like George Lucas basically signing over every movie he ever did to her. Like that was a snake in the grass that was planted for fucking years. And once she finally got a hold of it, she wrecked everything.
God, they must have buttered that poor bastard up.
I bet you Kathleen Kennedy sucked George Lucas's hairy salt and pepper dick.
Oh, I guarantee you.
Can I say that on the internet?
Let's do it.
Do you think like he dresses his dick up like with a denim shirt and like like is that here's little George Kennedy. Get on down on your knees now.
Instead of like George Lucas and Steven Spielberg holding down Indiana Jones to fuck him, instead it's Kathleen Kennedy and like some other like annoying bitch like holding down like fucking George Lucas and sucking the life from his dick.
Isn't it something though? Like I never hated the prequels, but like there are people that dislike the prequels. But even those people, in comparison, now like the prequels of Star Wars because of how badly Disney has fucked them up.
Yeah, it's like an amazing thing, like how badly somebody can do to make you think that this thing you used to hate is actually not that bad.
Yeah. I'd rather have Jar Jar Binks for 2 hours on screen than 2 minutes of... I'm not even kidding, like the fucking... Yeah, okay, Jar Jar's a little bit cringy and kind of hammy. But
Well,
like,
Jar Jar was basically just made for kids. That's the only reason he got created.
and at least he's memorable. I mean, I can't remember
He's a
half of the
fuck up who
fucking-
somehow won a fucking military conflict. In any
He's
other
basi-
instance, all of the Gungans should have been, like, taken out to pasture and shot in the back of the head, but somehow Jar Jar, like, fucked up into a win.
Yeah, he's basically like Johnny or Akiba from Metal Gear Solid 4. You know how he-
yeah.
Like,
Well, actually,
the fact...
like, funny thing is, I actually never really minded Johnny from Metal Gear. Like, everybody makes fun of him and thought, like, the whole Meryl and Johnny getting together, like, plot line was stupid. But I was like, no, let the dweeb be the badass.
Yeah. Well, he was such a fuck up that he actually saved the day. Like the fact that he never got the vaccines for the nanomachines.
Well, the
and
funny
shit.
thing is people always like talk about like how come at the end Johnny can fight so well? It's because Johnny, still at the end of the day, is a really good fucking soldier. The only reason he got trounced in the other games is because he was up against Meryl, Vamp, Snake. Of course you're gonna get trounced. Why do you think he joined the winning side? Because he got his ass kicked by a hot broad and was like, yeah, I can deal with this.
You know who annoyed me though when I was playing through Metal Gear Solid 4 was Sonny with her little fucking singing. I wanted to tell her to shut the fuck up.
Well, it's basically like it's like why some people like hate characters in like Catcher in the Rye and fucking Evangelion. Oh, why are you complaining? They just made a realistic depiction of a kid. Yeah, and they're still fucking annoying.
Yeah. Well, she becomes less annoying later on, but the first fucking couple interactions, I wanted Snake to throw her out of the fucking Nomad.
Yeah, she gets less annoying after her friends start dying off.
Well, there you go.
I like how she shows up in Revengeance, and it's like, yeah, I've had a pretty fucked up life.
She legitimately did. Like, but
Oh yeah, she's Olga's daughter, and she got kidnapped as like a bargaining chip for the Patriots.
Patriot.
Whoa.
Yeah. But the one thing I'll give 4 is 4 had some of the best writing in the series.
Yeah.
Which, as much as I enjoyed 5, 5's writing was not as good. It was very, one-dimensional.
Well, it's underbaked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, funny enough, the best parts were like when Snake got to actually talk. But the problem was, Snake barely ever talked in the entire game.
I legit think that Peace Walker might have the best story though in all the Metal Gear games.
But then in retrospect, when you think about Peace Walker, it starts to get really fucked up because everybody in Peace Walker is dead by the time Phantom Pains like ends.
Yeah. Oh man. I know Kojima can be a dick, but it still is sad that he kind of lost his baby from Konami being assholes. Like, I am optimistically excited for the remake, but it's like, that's literally the only thing they can do. They can't make a new Metal Gear game without the creator. The only thing
you
they can do
fucker.
is like, the only thing they can do is put a new coat of paint on his creations, because without him, you've lost the secret sauce. Where like, because we talked about this with your friend, like, the one thing I'll say is, yeah, like Kojima and Neil Druckmann, there's a lot of similarities in how they're both like very egotistical assholes. But the thing is, like, even with all those flaws, like, Kojima does have, like, actual, like, talent on his own, where, like, Neil
Kojima
Druckmann,
has, like, legit ideas. Druckmann just likes to huff his own farts. Whereas Kojima likes to do that too, but at least he has the skill to make something, like, thought-provoking and has the,
he's like Miyazaki.
like, ideas to back it up.
Yeah.
Miyazaki's so fucked up. Son,
yeah, okay,
I will never watch your movie. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, I'm gonna do the fucking Asian stereotype and hide my shoes on a windowsill while I go disappear from the world. I use code phrasing.
Do you
Fuck
think
is
that
this doing?
do you think that they were inspired by Miyazaki when they made Shinji's father for Neon Genesis?
Maybe.
Oh, we heard this Miyazaki asshole is just a fucking douche. Yeah, let's make Shinji's dad like him.
Cortana to Echo 419. We've reached
Oh,
the lift and are ready
yeah,
to
I got
reinforce
into a fucking shit-throwing contest a few weeks ago with somebody that said they didn't like Evangelion on Twitter.
Oh,
But it was,
God.
they didn't say, it wasn't like, okay, people have different fucking takes.
But like I understand why you probably got mad because it wasn't just the usual like Evangelion's not my thing. It was probably just like Evangelion's the worst in the world. Evangelion is so outdated and cliche.
Yeah, and well, this is actually a prominent
Evangelion
person.
has old style ideas that would not work in modern society.
Well, yeah, and they're also shitting on the fucking Shin, because the guy that did Shin Godzilla is the one that created that directed Neon Evangelion Genesis. And they were reviewing Shin Godzilla and why they didn't like it. But then they brought up Evangelion. They're like, oh, it's the same problem I had with Evangelion. But like, it didn't even come across as like a legit criticism, because like in Evangelion, Shin Godzilla. It has a lot of commentary on like the Japanese bureaucratic state, and that was the guy's problem with both of those things. But I don't know, like it.
Captain
Yeah.
That's his only criticism. So
Right, this
basically, you
person-
just want a reason to shit on like two really good pieces of media.
Yeah, and there's like,
Which I will
yeah.
honestly say, I don't think Evangelion's like perfect, and honestly, there are some things about Evangelion that are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But it's considered a best of all time because not only it's divisive, but there's a lot of good to be taken from it.
Yeah. Well, it's like anything from the '90s, like
Yeah.
like even like Yu Yu Hakusho. I love that show. Like it's what gave us like tournament arcs and animes.
Yeah.
Like that show pioneered that shit. But like, yeah, the pacing of it can be kind of wonky. Like, but yeah, it's like okay, somebody might have reasons not to like something, but that's got to be like the most. It kind of reminds me. Do you remember like that George Wood guy that's like posted his old videos from like the '90s on YouTube, and he has
Oh,
like
yeah?
these really fucking weird takes on like games. Like he said he for some reason loved Toy Story on. This was a guy that did like a public access game.
I know.
Show and then, yeah. It was like listening to that. Although I kind of like
I
that
remember
because that
did
guy
he
was
have like a
sincere.
take about like Final Fantasy VII where he said like the story's so boring. There's no like drama toss to it. There's no driving factor. Just imagine if Tifa Lockhart had like breast cancer and had to go halfway across the world to cure it. It's
Yeah.
like, wait, what the fuck? What do you mean by that?
Hey, there was somebody that had breast cancer and Sephiroth tried to cure it. He made a
He
mistake.
tried to cure it by stabbing her in the spine.
Do you think that I wonder if the remake that they're doing is actually going to show that? Because they
It-
changed some shit already.
From the looks of it, like at least from like, because I haven't followed it much, but at least from like hearing people talk about it, they might be doing an alternate history, like sort of like dealio. Because apparently Zack, who is fucking dead by the time Final Fantasy VII starts, is alive in the remake, so they might be changing some stuff up,
Yeah.
which is gonna be
I
really
will
interesting.
I will say though that's like actually like a cool, like for the most part there's a couple things that are like wonky, but like for the most part the 7 remake was actually like a sincere like remake of the game, where like when they changed things it didn't feel like they were doing it out of like some fucking social
Yeah.
pressures.
Pretty
for the
much
most part.
everybody who dies in the beginning, like Avalanche, like they're all alive,
Find a way around
like by the end of the
Outside,
first
Chief.
remake game.
Chief, let's see if we can find a way.
I'll tell you one thing though, if they fucking kill Tifa off instead, I am not buying that fucking game. Just
Yeah.
out of anger.
Well, like here's the thing, like another point that Lolly brought up and Shota brought up, like they might be really keying in on the fact of who you like prefer like in the story, because you can do a lot of like relationship shit. So maybe
Yeah.
depending on who you pick, that's either going to like set them up to die or set up like the other to die. But who knows?
That'd be
This is all speculation at the end of the day.
That'd be actually crazy, like a fucking JRPG where your choices matter.
Yeah. You
One developed by
get a little
Square
too
Enix.
close to Tifa and to fuck with you, like Sephiroth decides to fucking kill her instead.
Because that's always been like the one thing that like Western RPGs have done. Like Japanese RPGs do like things better than Western RPGs, but like the one thing that like especially like Square Enix RPGs, other than like Chrono Trigger, have suffered from is like they tell really good stories and they make you feel they connect you to the characters by the stories and then your journey
Yeah.
fighting shit. But like they never really gave you like a lot of like story choices. Like they've actually been putting more and more in like some of these games. Like I don't think it's actually made by a Japanese team, but like Sea of Stars actually has a fair bit of that, and it's very JRPG inspired. Live a Lie is that actually I just defeated my own point. I mean it's a general point, it's not all inclusive. Live a Lie, that life that like Super Nintendo game they remade on Switch that has that like choice of player agency, which like it's ironic. Like Mass Effect pioneered that in Western RPGs, and now it's basically gone from Western RPGs. Well, now Japan's incorporating it. But yeah, did you see the what else did they announce? That Silent Hill 2 remake. I think it actually doesn't look bad. I know people said it looked janky, but the original was not perfect. Like the original was a great game, but the gameplay
with horror games like that, you always want a little bit of jank.
Yeah.
Because that's what makes it like more effective. You're playing the character who isn't like a fighter. You're just Joe Schmo with a fucking baseball bat fighting creatures of unknown origin.
Well, that and also like if you can give it like a B horror kind of vibe. Like this is like you kind of want a horror movie to have like feel like it's a lower budget. Like at least I think horror movies work when they're on a shoestring budget better than when like we get the fucking like $200 million
because they need to try.
Yeah.
They need to get clever with like the intonation of like scary.
Well, it's just like the Saw movies. Like the first movie worked because it was on a shoestring budget. The bigger and bigger budgets they gave that series, the worse they got, and they became less about like the psychological aspect.
More
of it
about
and
throwing Chester Bennington through a car window.
Yeah, it's fucking. But they did a Silent Hill like spin-off that was free, and it's absolute dog shit. It's like literally like woke Silent Hill. It's.
Oh god, Wally and Shota played like that. It's the one about like the fucking high school chick or college chick. And it's all about like suicide and shit.
Yeah, it's not done.
And then there's also that
way.
weird like web series / TV show that you get to pick different decisions for. That's another Silent Hill thing that came out recently. Me and Jack tried to watch that together. It was so fucking bad.
Hey, Fred, do you want to play a Silent Hill experience where instead of leaving scared or like questioning reality, you leave just depressed? That's what that was. It's like, hey, we're not gonna give you any scares. We're just gonna make you fucking depressed about people that are suffering from depression.
We're going to make you depressed in the best way possible, remembering the other games of how good they were.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on with Konami?
Ever since they went to making pachinko machines instead of making games, you know?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Well, the Yakuza will do that to you. I mean, they're not controlled by a criminal organization.
Well, there must, you know, we better check some of those Konami executives, because based on how much they've laundered their brand, they must be missing a couple of fingers.
You just see all these like guys and like pinstripe business dudes just smiling at each other, but they're all wearing gloves.
That had to have been there. I wonder when they fired Kojima. I wonder how long it took them before they were, and then they started like, because it was like they fired Kojima, but they didn't just fire him. They basically gutted like 90% of their game devs. I wonder how long after the Panko machine craze died out that they realized, oh wait,
shit.
Oh, I see you. You're still you'll get away. You'll get away.
Oh, are you dead?
Yeah.
I'm dead.
But yeah, I'm excited for 2 remake. I just hope that they. That's the game that I'd like them to actually like preserve the original fucking story.
Oh God! You shot me.
Did I shoot you?
Somebody did. I just died instantly on basically a damn near full health bar. Did I blow up? Maybe it was a grenade. I didn't see what killed me.
I think it was that red elite.
Oh, I don't have a grenade. Shit.
You know, this song would be like a great song when you're like getting on a treadmill and you're starting to like increase the speed.
Yeah. Then an angry guy with
I
a
gotta
split mouth
imagine
starts
there's like a-
walking up behind you.
I gotta imagine there's like a heavy metal cover of that Halo song.
There's a
They
heavy
all
metal
pretty
cover of every song.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's one thing they did really well with the 2 remake or whatever anniversary is the they added some really cool like metal songs some of these sequences.
I do wish they could have gotten the rights back for Breaking Ben though. That would have been cool.
Probably could have been a phone call to fucking Microsoft being the stingy assholes. Oh, you'd like $500 for us to renew the license? Sorry. That's $200 more than we could offer. We're not going to give that to you.
Look, this is only for the Master Chief Collection. We're planning on letting this die in 2 years. What do you mean 343 doesn't want to let it die? God damn it!
You know, that is the ironic part because the Master Chief Collection legitimately did start out really busted, and you know. It shouldn't have been busted, but they actually did fix like most of the problems.
Yeah.
Because this game at launch was an absolute fucking nightmare. Especially the online. The online was basically busted. But that's like what we say all the time. Like it's pretty much the thing. Like even like the most shittiest woke developer studio has probably a handful of people there with talent. It's just that they have no power, and it's like if they say anything against like the group think, they're out of a job. So until the industry like has a big enough crash that all of these people that are like in the position, because it's like the talented devs will find they'll find ground, like they'll find footing.
work.
Yeah. It's the people that don't have talent that are the ones that are like the parasites on this industry that are going to be shit out of luck.
Well, just imagine how many startups get so much money because it's like, hey, such and such from this pre-existing franchise they left is working here now.
Yeah.
Like people will
Wait,
throw
what did
money
that
at
person-
yesteryear.
Well, and then it's like, wait. What did the person do? Were they like a creative lead? Were they like a programmer? Oh no, they were like the secondary motion capture person.
That's the shit that happened with Back 4 Blood. It's like the guys who were tangentially related with Left 4 Dead. Oh, what?
They were in the office next door to Left 4 Dead.
They were the Monica Lewinskys under the desk of Gabe Newell.
This guy here played the saxophone for the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack, and he's gonna develop a racing game now.
This guy worked at the coffee shop that Cliffy B went to when he was writing the first lines of code for Gears 3.
Yeah. Well, yeah. That is legitimately like most of these people. Like, oh yeah, this guy.
They really are just coffee shop programmers, aren't they?
Yeah.
I just got shot in the back of the head. That was me. I should not have walked in front of you while you were unloading. I will take full responsibility for that fuck up.
It is kind of cool having a game. That's one thing I actually like about Helldivers too, is it's got like legit friendly fire. So if you call them like an airstrike, which they have like a napalm one, I love that one. Because
I've heard some of the explosions get pretty fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, I honestly think that game's gonna get ported to Xbox because Sony said that they're actually planning on releasing their games not just on PC like they have been, but they're actually like Sony is actually probably going to go multi-plat before Microsoft, and that's what I always said. I said Xbox could stick around if they had people leading it instead of being retards. Like they have a more loyal fan base. It's just that they've lost their fucking footing. Seriously, and like I will give them another opportunity to prove themselves. But honestly, if they don't turn this ship around within the next like year or so, they're gonna crash the industry. So either way, they're either gonna fix their shit or they're gonna crash it. Either way, it works out. I'm no less happy or sad either way, because the pendulum of culture has started swinging. I don't know if I told you this, but like I was at the theater a few weeks ago, and I seen an ad for Disney. And I remember seeing ads for Disney World like on TV a few months prior, and they were very woke. Like I won't get into details about what makes them woke. You can read between the lines. But like I seen one at the theaters, and it was very not woke. So and fuck Disney, they can eat a bag of dicks. But the point being is a lot of these companies have started to realize, oh, we can't be.
Well, now
as
even the
on
military
nose.
is going back to like, instead of being like uplifting tales from diverse individuals with 2 gay moms, now it's back to, hey, you want to be a fucking badass? Hop in this tank.
You want to be a man? You macho. Which, by the way, that's
Fucking
the whole point of the.
AC/DC playing in the background.
Wait, Fred. Are you telling me it's a better idea to have, and it's probably better for recruiting to have soldiers that are like well-balanced?
I'm saying you are more
men?
likely to get a bunch of like people tricked into being willing to die for their country by making them look like badasses instead of making them look like milksop fucking pussies.
It's just like it's the Bud Light effect.
It's literally the Bud Light effect. I still haven't touched like a can of Budweiser since that fucking whole debacle. It's like, what a twisted, idiotic fucking thing to do.
But I did say this because it is sad, because we live pretty close to a very large Budweiser distribution center. It's like it's thousands of people work there, and the sad
Tons
thing
of
is
jobs.
I guarantee you 95% of the people that work there absolutely hated the decision that they made. And even the like people that probably were like the CEO were like, how the fuck did this happen? But they deserve.
And then
not-
you hear the figurehead talking about it, and some fucking bimbo talking about, well, we thought we needed to change what the demographic was, and it's like, why? They're not the ones buying your beer. You fucking ignoramus.
And I legitimately am sorry for like the regular people that are gonna like lose out on people causing these brands to go bankrupt.
Yeah.
But like
I'm
honestly,
terrified for any person like trying to get a business degree in this day and age, because they are teaching these people all the wrong shit. Like it's actually like inspiring how much they have gotten away with, like with bad information. Like if I walked into a business class and they told me, so in order to get a new demographic, you must forsake your old one because they shouldn't be your demographic anymore, I'd be like, okay, what's in that pipe you're hiding in the desk? Can I smoke some? It has you tripping fucking balls.
Can you imagine like a very ethnic brand doing that? Can you imagine like some
What, you mean like
hairspray-
Uncle Ben's rice or Aunt Jemima that got taken off the fucking box?
Yeah,
Are you serious?
like a fucking hairspray designed specifically for black people, but they start like having like these pasty white guys sprayed into their hairs. But they start talking. It's like a white guy. And he starts speaking in Ubonics, and he's like,
Oh
"Yo,
god, that'd be great.
I started spraying
You know what? That'd actually be a brilliant marketing tactic. It's for everybody, even if you're this uncool white dick.
Ever since I grew my dreads out and shit, this stuff's been fucking gas."
I am not a drug dealer. I just wear the uniform. I'm a drug dealer.
Actually, you know what? the Mormons could do that because they have that magic underwear. Imagine like they have like these really cool like gangster rappers. Like they have the magic under. Shit, this shit fits good. and
Snoop Dogg
shit.
walks up with a magic wand and all of a sudden like transforms, like transforms a white guy into like fucking like a really big T-shirt, Jinko jeans, and a fade cut.
I don't have a problem with weed, but do you think like Snoop Dogg is so like his brain is so big that whenever somebody offers him even like $20, he's like, yeah, I'll do an ad for you.
Like what cracked me up is like recently I think like oh god, where did I hear it from? But like somebody was talking about Snoop Dogg. They were talking about like Snoop Dogg after years of using weed has chosen to stop smoking weed. And like without missing a beat, I was like, yeah, because you can eat it now. And it gets you way more fucked up.
Yeah.
It's not really that big of a deal to stop smoking weed because at the end of the day, like as a recreation, smoking is still bad for you. And this isn't like a moralistic standpoint or like you really shouldn't do it, guys. No, do whatever the fuck you want. But understand, drinking, smoking, like it's bad for you.
Yeah.
So don't get all like fucking hoity-toity when later in life you figure out, wow, my lungs fucking suck and I can't run that much.
1 moment, sir.
But I smoke a carton a day.
Unless you're Winston Churchill, who could just smoke like a 12 pack.
Like they've used like oh god, I think it was a Whiskey Tribe. Like they were trying to recreate Winston Churchill's everyday like routine, and like that guy was like blisteringly pissed drunk by mid-afternoon and still kept drinking like scotch and tonics or some shit, like basically scotch highballs. This isn't like the like the new sort of highball, which is like ginger ale and whiskey. No, this is scotch and water and ice. And that's all he drank all day. That and champagne while smoking cigars and eating a fuck ton.
They'll use it against us and wipe out the entire
That man was an iron-gutted tank.
Chief, Cortana,
He was a freak of nature in the best way possible.
Halo's control room. Marines, let's move.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the last leg of the mission, I believe.
Shut up and get behind me, sir.
And after this, I'm gonna duck out because I have to make dinner. I got a seafood platter idea that I came up with.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah, it's gonna be like Italian sauce. Basically, piece of like whitefish. I think we got cod or haddock, scallops, and shrimp. It's like there's a triforce of like charismatic black advertisers. Snoop Dogg, Shaq, and Kevin Hart.
Pretty much.
Although if you're fucking Cat Williams, Kevin Hart is. And I liked that interview that he did. Like, it was good that he got all the shit off his chest. But I agree with what Mr. Tatterjack said. Like, it's gonna be hard to ever be a stand-up comedian ever again after that when you're like serious for 3 hours straight and basically talking about the chip on your shoulder. Like, it's fine to like expose the bullshit, but when you're like there for 3 hours, basically ripping everyone up and down the back, even if it's honest and like most of it's probably true, it's still how do you go back to like, hey, what's the deal with airline food?
Well, it's kind of like when fucking Chris Rock got slapped by Will Smith. Like that was like a work acquaintance that you knew for years that just physically assaulted you. How do you just go back to normal after that? Like after shitting on like everybody in the same industry with you.
Yeah.
Are we going the right way?
I think so. Because we have to, we're backtracking, I'm pretty sure. Sort of. We have to go back to that control room. Return to the shuttle bay for extraction. So, yeah. Hey, that'd be weird if Captain Keyes became like a Huss monster in this room later on. And we have to like punch his...
You gotta punch his face out and take the chip in his head.
Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction
I
on
think
the
we have to
double.
actually hold down this room for a couple of minutes, and then we just make it high kill. Yeah.
You're engaged, Foehammer. Wow, congratulations. What's his name?
No, I think she'd be a. I think Fohammer would legit be a lesbian. She's like
Nah,
fucking.
she's too sassy to be gay.
We need to hold here until she can move in.
like
The
Queen.
the,
Latifah.
the sassier the black lady, the bigger the dick on her, man.
No, what if it's like a fucking Napoleon Dynamite with the black chick? It's really nerdy.
Oh
white
yeah,
guy.
it's a really gangly white dude. Like that's basically like what I imagine. Like when Snoop Dogg hits somebody with a magic wand, they turn into that guy. Full on do-rag chains.
My name is Todd, and I'm married to Fohammer.
Clean bleach white tank top or like t-shirt, like down to their knees. I'm so glad that everybody in like the rap industry has adopted prison bitch like uniform with their pants halfway down around their ankles. No, it's because it's cool. No, it's because Tupac was gay.
Well, like it got progressively worse. Like when Tupac did it, it was like 2 inches low, but then it got to a point where like literally like, they looked like toddlers that like shit their pants and like the fucking.
What's the way the waddle walk like you get when you wear your pants that low? It's just like, oh my god.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
Well, it's like all the rappers too. Like I got into a debate too on Twitter about that, or X, whatever the fuck it is. Like rap, I actually liked older rap, but like after like the 50 Cent era, like going into like the mid 2010s, you got all like these mumble rappers, and they completely ruined the genre because these people have no talent.
Yeah, they're no talent. They're all auto-tuned. It's like compare the Super Bowl show with The Weeknd to the Super Bowl show with Usher, and Usher blows it out the fucking water. Cause you know why? He has showmanship.
Talent.
He has skill. Yeah. He can dance. He can sing. He can rap. He is a fucking Renaissance man. And like both me and my dad were honestly shocked because like both of us were like, I don't really think Usher's gonna be all that good. I don't think he still has it. Like, how old is he? And then as soon as he gets out on stage, he just busts it out, and it's like, you know what? Props. You're still fucking great.
If we pick this up next time, dude, this is my favorite level of the game.
Oh yeah.
But I do have to duck out pretty soon. But I was gonna say that too. Like, I was at a Super Bowl party, and the people I was there with are not. Some of them are not like didn't even fucking really know about Usher. Like that's how little they know about like rap music or hip hop. They're like, wow, this guy's a lot better than that other black dude
like
from a few years ago.
Like what do you have nowadays? Like fucking Cardi B, The Weeknd.
That Megan chick with the big ass.
I don't even know half these people, but I'm seeing like their like videos and like it's caricature. They all look like stereotypes, and it's like, have some self-respect. At least try to take yourself seriously. Oh Jesus!
Are there streams gonna get the Tomb Raider warning in 20 years? Like, hey. Somebody brought up that point. Let me
depictions in these music videos.
No, somebody legitimately said like, hey, like in 20 years, like I hope we get the same disclaimers for all of like the shovel-fed woke shit that has been like piped into games and media. Like,
to bring it back real quick, but like if you think about like all like old hip hop and old rap and like pretty much like stuff that was like back from the 90s and even before then, like even a little of the early 2000s, even though it still kind of is the early 2000s, but like all that like had like pretty much messages to state. It wasn't all drugs, guns, gonna shoot a motherfucker, like gonna clean house. I'm gonna tie my pussy lips into a knot and jump rope over them and like force you to watch. But like pretty much like every like rap song way back when was kind of a story, whether it was supposed to be romantic, whether it was supposed to be about like, hey, fuck this bitch, she was a fucking cunt and a hoe, whether it was like this guy trying to sling dope and he gets busted by the cops. Like, at least it was a story back then. Now it's just like pretty much on purpose aggrandizing the worst parts of urbanized culture, and it's just like, yeah, I don't even fucking get it. Even the hype,
like
even the hype tracks are droll.
It's kind of like the de-evolution even of like black hair. Like, not once again, like we're actually doing more for black people by talking about this than these Black Lives Matter activists. Like, if you look at like black characters in comic books, like Luke Cage back in like the classic, they were well-written characters that had flaws. Now they make them like fucking Mary Sues that are unlikable cocksuckers.
Well, here's the problem I have with like Black Lives Matter in like modern culture as a whole. They want to pick one bad guy and try to pretend the rest of history isn't a fucking mess. Like, if you really look at everybody's extended history, every race, every creed, every culture, you're gonna hit a road bump where it's like, wow, that was a bit south of the board. Maybe that was a bit fucked up in our history. Maybe our history shouldn't have fucking done that. You find that with the Chinese, the Japanese, the German, the British, Americans, Africa, fucking Portuguese, for Christ's sake. Like you find all this fucked up history, yet you expect me to believe that there's one bad guy, i.e. only my culture, and I've done nothing but steal from every other culture. No, fuck you. Fuck you, asshole. You're a bad person. Why are you hiding?
You know, the one people that are impervious are the Mongolians. Like, they just, oh yeah, this guy that killed like 10% of humanity.
Actively celebrate their murderous, marauding, like bloody history, and it's like, yeah, we're fucking warriors. What you? Albinoid, we're fucking warriors. I came from the Mongols. I'm a Mongoloid.
Yeah,
have you ever seen that video?
Yeah, I did.
I'm a Mongoloid. What are you? You're an albinoid. I come from warriors.
Geez.
What are you? You come from white people.
Listen, folks, this has been a hell of a stream. We had a lot of fun. I've gone over my fucking retardation of deleting streams.
Oh, God. This was fun.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. I will be doing some Persona this weekend. I'm going to be doing some Tomb Raider. I got to take my Nude Raider mod off, though. That would be a bad stream. Can you imagine? Oh, shit. Oops.
Just put on the content filter and stream it as artistic nudity on Twitch.
Of course. I might try out.
You might be able to get away with that. Like, fuck, a bunch of Twitch whores did already get away with it.
I'll just say I'll just say Laura Croft is a they them, and I'll give them
just identify as female.
Yeah, well, there you go. All right. Have a good one, Mr. Dead Wars. I am going to go make some shrimp now.
All right, I'm gonna stop the live stream. You guys have a good night.
Godspeed.